Hello friends, my name is Sarah Van Steenkist and I am a Presidential Diamond with doTERRA, and I am so excited to be with you for just a few minutes to talk about the beginnings and perhaps some fun things that you might not know about doTERRA. So have you ever heard the saying, out of small and simple things, great things come to pass? Well, I believe that's true. And we're going to talk about a few things that prove it about doTERRA. It might not seem like it now, but doTERRA started as a very small and very simple thing moving forward. Let's talk about the very first 5 oils that started it all. The first 5 oils, and I bet you could probably guess, were lavender, frankincense, tea tree, peppermint, and lemon. And then doTERRA started selling actual product from a very small, will call situation in April 25th of 2008. And they started with 25 singles and 10 blends. And of those 10 blends, also, I bet most of you could guess, we had On Guard, Deep Blue, Breathe, Digest Zen, Purify, Elevation, Serenity, Citrus Bliss, Balance, and Whisper. And isn't it awesome, as I was going through all of those, the top 5 oils that started it all, and then our top 10 blends that we started way back in 2008, all of those products, all of those oils, those solid foundational beginning oils are all still around. They're all still our most common. They're our top 10 and our top 15 and the ones that we're using every single day. So that made me feel cool and excited that those are all still around and still playing a huge role in our company. This is a fun tip. Fun fact here. The first non-essential product that doTERRA sold was a pink Himalayan bath salt. And the fun fact comes in that there's a problem. This was a problematic product because the salts would melt in the warm weather. So all throughout the summer months, they had a lot of melting going on. Our Lifelong Vitality was born in October of 2008 and quickly became the top revenue generating product in the company and continues to be that to this day. As a corporate, as owners, they would celebrate every record-breaking month with a Death by Chocolate cake from Costco. If you've ever had Death by Chocolate cake from Costco, then you know. But they finally got sick and tired of so much chocolate cake, so they had to celebrate in different ways. But they celebrated those wins every month as they were breaking record after record with their growth. In the early days, this is another fun fact, Dr. Hill, who you might know, you might have met him before, you've seen him on a webinar, brilliant man and wonderful leader and a good friend. Dr. Hill drove an old Nissan Sentra. It wouldn't actually accelerate beyond 55 miles per hour, and it would smoke on every incline. And he refused to upgrade his vehicle until doTERRA was profitable. So it took a minute, right? As executives, as an ownership team, they have met weekly from the beginnings of doTERRA. They have sat around a table together weekly and still continue to do that to this day. About 5 months in since doTERRA began and opened its doors, they didn't know this then, but they, as owners, they still weren't profitable at that time, and they didn't know that they wouldn't be profitable or wouldn't be taking salary for at least another 8 months. They sat down and they really talked about what kind of company they wanted to be. They really sat down together and discussed an open book and round table, like, what kind of company do we want to be? Do we want to be known for? And that day was when our Healing Hands Foundation was born. They created a 501c at that very moment, and they personally donated. Our owners personally donated from their pockets at a time, like I mentioned before, they were not profitable, and they wouldn't be for another 8 months or more. They didn't know. And they donated from their own pockets, out of their own generosity and their own hearts, because they wanted to give back and they wanted to create this 501c and Healing Hands, and this ability for our company to give back and find their purpose and what kind of company they want to be and their mission. At a time, it was a very big sacrifice. And then they donated those funds for their first Healing Hands project in Bolivia. 1 year later, they went on the first sourcing trip to Haiti, and that vision from Healing Hands to that Healing Hands Foundation to our entire Co-Impact Sourcing vision expanded. and changed. And the company was never the same from that moment on. I have a quote from Emily Wright. She said, "From that moment, we were addicted to uplifting lives all over the world." And I'm sure if you've watched any sourcing video, or you've been able to join in on any of the sourcing, or you've been able to see it in action in any way, shape, or form, even just on the videos at convention, and it touches your heart, it gets inside you, and that becomes addicting. Like Emily said, it becomes part of who you are, and it does change you, just like it changed the direction and the vision for our company. It can change you from the inside out, and it becomes part of who you are and who you want to be and who you want to become. And I think it's such a wonderful piece, a huge positive piece of what we get to do every day. So that small and simple things, right? You might be at the beginnings of your business. You might be in the middle of your business, or wherever you are, it might feel like it's small. It might feel like the things that you're doing as you learn back to basics and as you put this in action, that these things are simple. But I want you to remember, just like our executive team started with 5 oils, and they started meeting weekly in a room together, and they started in a very small situation, and over time, continuing those simple things, those simple acts, strategizing from their heart, right? Working hard, sacrificing, maybe pushing their car uphill, whatever that sacrifice was for them, what is it for you? And what things are you willing to sacrifice to create simple habits that are building your business and making it stronger and building a strong foundation? And I promise you that it might seem small and simple right now, but as you continue those small and simple things over time, consistency, with heart, with doing good work, with a heart to give back, and a mission, then your business is going to grow and thrive and become great and bounteous and successful over time. And my advice to you is to remember the beginnings, and also to eat a little chocolate cake along the way, to celebrate your victories, however small, because they're all beautiful and it's important to celebrate. And as you do that over time, you'll continue to grow with momentum, and joy comes with that. And that is why we're here. That is why we join hands in doTERRA. And I hope that you can remember that and look back, and hopefully you've enjoyed a few tidbits of things that you might not have known before.